Hey, what's going on? About to get started in just a second. About to get started in just a second. I don't know why I can't do this over here on this other phone. So I can go live on TikTok. Hopefully your day is going well. Why were you mean on Pop the Balloon? I don't think I was mean. I don't believe I said anything mean or out of line. I just said how I felt, and honestly, I was just trying to put really a comedic spin on it. I thought it was kind of funny, but no way was I trying to be mean. I ain't a mean guy at all, so I wasn't trying to be mean. I wasn't, that wasn't my intentions at all. So, I'm just trying to do this, screen record, but for some reason it's not working on TikTok, so it's all good. I just do it like this. Shit. But we could get started. Anybody want to come up? You can. Because I ain't going to be on here real long. But we can get this popping. Okay, so you was joking. No, I wasn't joking. But I'm finna go ahead and get started. So yes, I'm Fred. I was on that show. Right now, I'm on live really just to tell my side of the story. And really just don't want people to think I'm a bad guy or I went on there with malicious intent. I've been reading all the comments. I've been seeing what people have been saying online about me. And a lot of that stuff is, honestly, it's hurtful. It's some hurtful stuff. And I got thick skin, but at the same time, I'm a human being. I got family and stuff like that. And so a lot of stuff people was saying was just kind of crazy. So I figured I'd come on the live and chop it up with y'all. Anybody, I don't mind answering questions. I don't mind people wanting to come up, ask me questions or whatever. But right now I just want to take out the time to really just chop it up. And whatever y'all got to ask me, y'all can just ask me. I don't have no issues towards anybody that was on the show. I didn't go on there with ill intent. I think somebody said that one of the contestants was being kind of rude or whatever, and that I was getting back at her for the other guys, and that's completely false. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what was said, any of that before I came out. When I came out to do my part on the show, to try to find love, I didn't know anything at all about what had went on before I came out there. I just came out there, just to try to find love. And, I didn't match with anybody, and that should have been fine. So when it got down to the last person, and, I said, you might as well stay single. You're good at it. Nobody likes a quitter. I put a little comedic spin on it. That's why I smiled, laughed a little bit. I just put a little comedic spin on it. But it wasn't to be malicious. Also, you got people that are comfortable being single. You have people that would tell you they like being single, they enjoy the single life, and that being single is something that they enjoy doing. So, I didn't see how it would come off as negative or mean, or I had ill intent by saying you might as well stay single, you might be good at it, because there are a lot of people that will tell you they enjoy being single. The single life is freedom to a lot of people. You also got like the professional single person, or just like the cool girlfriend. Like you'll have a person that's been single their whole life, but they date and they're good at dating. Dating and marriage is two different things. Dating and marriage is two different things. And, you have people that may have a fear of commitment, never really seen what marriage really looks like. And so dating gives them a certain level of freedom to where if it doesn't work out for them, they can go ahead and leave. So you have a lot of people that just really good at dating and being a really cool girlfriend, or, but when you put that label of marriage, when you go signing paperwork, you go through the wedding, and now you make that covenant before God to be married, a lot of times that can be hard for some people. That's a level of commitment that everybody ain't ready for, or a lot of people just don't want to do, and it's very understandable. It takes a lot to be married. You got to be selfless. A lot of people today are selfish. You have a lot of selfish people. And, marriage takes selflessness. And if you're the type of person that's always pretty much looked out for yourself, you're the type of person that, just comfortable doing your own thing. You the type of person that's want to come and go as you please. You the type of person that might just be better being single. So it's not like it's something mean being said. It's not like a knock on somebody's character. It's nothing like that. So, it like I was saying, it's nothing malicious to say you might as well stay single. That's what you're good at. Because I can go out tonight and I can meet 15 women. They all are going to say, oh yeah, I'm happy being single. I'm good. I'm happy being single. I ain't got to answer to nobody. Ain't nobody going to tell me what to do. I like doing my own thing. Them people are happy being single. And that's what they're good at. So what'll happen is, what are you saying? Doppelganger. It's crazy. It's a lot of people say I look like different people. I get that a lot. So let's say you've been single your whole life. From 18 to 40, you've been single. And now you're used to doing things your way. You're used to doing things how you want to do it. You think later in life that you are finna say, I'm finna allow a man to come into my life and pretty much run what I've been doing the majority of my life. You know what I'm saying? That's real hard to do for someone, especially a young lady, if I'm going to be honest, that's been doing it her own life. She's proud of being independent. She's proud of doing her own thing. And all of a sudden you think that later in life you can say, okay, I'm ready for a man to come in and lead me. I'm going to fall under his leadership. And now I'm going to let him take control of my life. No, I'm sorry. I don't think that's going to be easy for a young lady that's been doing her own thing from 18 to 40 to just give that up and put her life in someone else's hands when she's been doing it on her own her whole adult life. So saying that you're good at being single is not a diss. You know, how many people know that single person that got all the great dating advice? They ain't never been married, but they got all the great dating advice. You know, and what they call that, the rich auntie. You know what I'm saying? That person that's, you know, that just been single and doing their thing and traveling the world. They dating guys here and there. From what I hear, those women are happy living that lifestyle. So if you're a person that's been single your whole life, your whole adult life, and you are happy living the single lifestyle, you're providing for yourself, you're traveling, you're making your own bread, then how is it negative or malicious for somebody to say you're good at being single? I don't get that. I don't get how what I said was so malicious, was so mean, was so diabolical, when I only pointed out the obvious. People who want to get married, people that see marriage as a goal, for the most part, most people that see marriage as a goal, they get married younger. And they for sure get married before they're 40. And so, as a man, when we look at marriage, what we are saying is this woman is somebody that I am willing to put everything that I have in life on the line for. I'm willing to die for if it takes that. Financially, I got to provide for you. If you come with kids, I got to provide for you and your kid. And so as a man, when I'm going into marriage, I want a woman that wants to be married. Like she feels the need to be married. And in my opinion, you know, you don't go from 18 to 40, never been married, and that's your mindset. I need a husband. I need a family. You don't click that on. And for a man, I'm saying I'm about to put a ring on a woman's finger that's older, that's never been married before, that has prioritized everything else before a husband. And I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm not saying that it can't happen. I'm not saying that. Do things happen in life? Yes, things do happen in life. But if marriage is something that's important, I just believe that's something you're going to do before you're 40. Let me see what you said. I agree with you. It's hard for people to adjust from being single for years to being in a relationship / marriage. Of course. And that's all I was saying. That's going to be real hard for somebody to be like, okay, you take control of my life. Nah, that's not going to be easy, especially not for a grown woman that's empowered, independent, and doing her own thing. That she just going to be ready just to throw it all in a man's hands and allow him to take the lead. So, you know, that's really like breaking down what I said. I'm not a bad guy. I like to crack jokes. I like to have a good time. I like to have fun. Yeah, I'm out here in Houston. I'm chilling. Finna see what the city got to offer. You know, but it was just like I needed to go on live and tell my side of the story. And like I say, a lot of people are leaving comments and saying things So that's why I put on my page, I was going live at 7. So if anybody had anything to say, anything to ask me, they could come up and we could have a conversation. One thing I'm not afraid of is having tough conversations or hard conversations. But one thing I do realize about social media is people will leave comments. People will say hurtful and harmful things. But they won't say it to your face. You know what I'm saying? They'll say it on the keyboard, but they won't say it to your face. It's like sometimes people just want to run with a certain narrative and get that in their head and then go from there. But for me, I think another thing somebody said like I didn't have a father. Actually, I probably got the greatest father in the world. Like my dad raised me. You know what I'm saying? So I was raised with my father raised me and and then he got married and so I've always had my father in my life from the day I was born up until now. So my father always been probably the greatest father in the world, you ask me. So for some people to say, oh, he mustn't have a father. No, that ain't true. Let me see. What do you feel is an appropriate age for marriage? Honestly, I feel like an appropriate age for marriage is about 24, 25. 24, 25, I believe is a decent, appropriate age for marriage. If before then, that's fine too. I think what we have to do is have people in our lives to vet the person that we're going to get married to. So let's say you in your younger 20s, you're in school, you know what I'm saying? You want to go ahead and get with that person that you can build with. A lot of us guys, we would prefer to take the LeBron James method. Just because I know most people know who LeBron James. Marry the woman that was with you when you had nothing. And y'all grow together. Whatever age that is. 21, 24, 25. But I say 25 is a good age. So the best method to go is to really marry young and build with that person. See, a lot of people feel like once they get older, they have more maturity, or once they get older, since they've had more experience, that make them better for marriage. In my personal opinion, all of those years of not being married, all of those years of being in and out of relationships, that accumulates baggage. Not experience, but baggage. Hey, what's going on? Thanks for checking in. But yes, so to me, in my opinion, it's not experience, it's baggage. So you got 20 years of dating experience with a lot of different people, doing things your way, and now you get to the age of 40, or 40 plus. Jason done did you wrong. Gerald, Jerome, David, Matthew, Connor, Leroy. All these dudes done did you wrong. Because what I do understand is most of the time when I talk to women, they never was in the wrong. So now you done been through 15 relationships between 20 and 40. And 15 is kind of light. Probably, I would say that's 20 years. So 20 years of dating, and I'm talking about, just period. 20 years of dating, you probably went on, and you never been married. It's possible you've probably been on hundreds of dates. You've met hundreds of men. And it's hard for a lot of us people that's marriage minded, especially the people that's been married or whatever, to believe that for 20 years, you never found somebody worth marriage, or nobody found you worth marriage. And to think that you're going to just flip that marriage switch on and have a wonderful marriage later in life, that's that's kind of hard to fathom. So hey, I'm here for it. I got a few more minutes I can stay on live. I'm trying to let more people come in. I'm trying to provide the opportunity for the people to come on stage, ask any questions they want to ask, because you know, I'm open to having a conversation. Like I said, I didn't mean anything malicious at all. Uh, and another thing, to be honest, if there was anything that was kind of odd about the situation, is that, so basically you just want to date divorcees. So like, I'll put it like this. If you over 40, yeah, you should have been married at least once. And the reason why, it shows that somebody thought enough of you to get down on one knee, present you with a ring, and marry you, sign the paperwork, and say, I am willing to risk it all for you. And at the same time, you saying yes. Y'all going through with it, and y'all having a marriage. There are things you learn in marriage that you won't learn just dating somebody. It's just a different level of commitment. It's almost like being on a job. Who wants to, you've got your degree, you've got hired on, and now you're in your career. And now that you're in your career, you don't want to be a temp worker forever. Who wants to be an extended temp worker where you don't have no benefits, no nothing? You just there day to day, week to week with no benefits, no security, no nothing. Now, there are some people that are happy being a temp worker. But is that really what you went to college for? Is that really what you want? It just to be a temp for your entire life? Or do you want to be in a situation that's secure? I would think most people would rather be in a situation that's secure, or at least there is a certain level of security in it. I do also understand that there are people that are like, that don't like being, I would say, for lack of a better word, stuck in a situation. So they like the flexibility of moving around. They like the flexibility of doing what they want to when they want to. Them are the people, to me, that are better off being single. Those are the people to me that love being single, enjoy the single life. And those are the people I just don't believe later in life can say, all right, I'm tired, I'm done having fun, I'm done doing a single thing, and now 40, 50 years old, I'm ready to settle down and get married. I don't believe that's going to be easy or a good transition for any woman to do that's never done it. So, that's my thinking behind what I said. I would continuously say I didn't mean it to be malicious. It's really a lose-lose, to be honest. When you a guy and you tell a woman that you're not interested for whatever reason, it's a lose-lose. In my personal opinion, I don't believe, most women are used to rejection. But as men, we get rejected our whole life. A lot of us, we've been rejected. We've gotten more no's than we ever got yeses. So for a lot of us, except the crazy emotional dudes. Now the crazy emotional dudes, I don't know about them guys. But for just us regular everyday guys, we've dealt with rejection. We know how to be like, all right, fine. Hey, she wasn't feeling me. And we just keep it going. But it's to reject a woman, it's just a certain level that I just don't think most women can understand. So when you see these shows and you see dudes rejecting women, it's like the dude is the bad guy for rejecting a woman. And I honestly believe it's because women aren't used to seeing other women being rejected. And most women just can't handle rejection because they've never been rejected. That's why you don't see women walking up to dudes most of the time shooting their shot. Okay. Do you think a woman who has never been married is incapable of being a wife? I don't, okay, after a certain age, it's just going to be a hard transition. It's going to be a hard transition. I'm not going to say she's incapable of being a wife because anything is impossible. Anything is possible. But, okay, so check this out. You're an older woman, right? 40 years old. You ready to be a wife. So you meet this guy. He check all your boxes. Now remember, you older in life and you've done a lot of things. So now this man says, prove to me that you are worthy to be my wife. You ain't hearing that. You was not hearing that. When the man you want tells you, I need you to prove to me that you're worthy of being my wife, how many older women is going to say, okay, I'm willing to do whatever it takes to prove to you that I can be your wife, that I am the woman that you are willing to lay down your life for. I am the woman that you can trust 110%. Most women older in life is not gonna be happy and is not gonna be cool with a dude saying, you gotta prove to me that you're gonna be a good wife. So that's why I feel like older in life, yes, it's gonna be hard for an older woman to prove to a man that she could be a wife because most women, if we're gonna be honest, aren't in a proving to a man game. So that's why I think this will be a little bit harder. But let's say a woman already have been married. Marriage was something that was important to her, and she got married. And so she got married and she got divorced. What happens is she gonna learn in that marriage, like what she will deal with and what she won't deal with. And she knows the reason why she got divorced. If it was her fault or his fault, no matter what. But getting divorced is hard. And to be in a marriage, to have the highest of the high when you get married, and then it crashes and burns and you get divorced, the feeling you get when it's over, you don't ever want that feeling again. So then you're going to make sure that the next person you marry is more aligned with what you want in a marriage. And I just feel like something that's important to you, you don't wait later in life, especially with marriage. You're not going to wait until you're older to do it. Just like I can't say now that I'm ready to start trying out for the NFL or the NBA. Nah, it's too late for that. I'm 6'4". You know what I'm saying? I'm in good shape. But what I do understand is I just can't walk into the NBA and say, all right, I want a 10-day contract. I'm ready to be in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to compete on the highest level. It's dang near impossible. And marriage is the highest level when it comes to relationships. And I just believe it's harder to just wake up and say, I'm ready to get married. But, you know what I'm saying, if I'm going to use basketball references, hey, it's a lot of people good at pickup ball. It's a lot of people that's cold at the YMCA. It's a lot of people that's cold on the playground. They'll never make it to the NBA, but they cool as hell. Like, they always going to get picked first at the playground. they always gonna get picked first at the gym. They ain't gonna never make it to the NBA though. You know what I'm saying? And that's cool. They happy with that. So, with all that being said, I'm just trying to figure out how what I said was so terrible that I'm getting all these comments and messages that, I ain't even going to say some of the stuff that people said to me or not said to me in my face, because that don't ever happen. But this text to me, comments, you go on Facebook, you can see all the comments on Facebook people, are saying about me, but I just don't see how what I said warranted all the hate that's coming towards me. Okay, so what if a person was in a 20-year relationship but decided to get married? Would they be the exception to the rule? That's a good question. And, this is something I've seen growing up. They shouldn't get married. I don't know any situations, and do you know any situations where a couple have been boyfriend, girlfriend for 10, 15, 20 years? They finally get married and it worked? Because what I've seen is people like that, they get married and they get divorced quick. They stay boyfriend and girlfriend way longer than they stay married. And it seemed like it should really make sense that if somebody been together for a very long time, that they should get married and it lasts. But honestly, I've never seen it last before. I've seen people that soon as they get married, the relationship crash and burn. So I would say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you've been in a relationship for 20 years, don't get married. Just stay boyfriend and girlfriend. That's my personal opinion. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because I've seen situations like that, and then people get divorced within the first few years. It don't ever last. And I mean, in my mind, if a woman, I don't know why a woman would even allow that. And that's where, I think women sometimes get themselves in trouble. And they play themselves. You should not be nobody's girlfriend for over 5 years. If marriage is something that's important to you as a woman, after the third year, you need to be pressing due. Like, hey, so when are we getting married? You know what I'm saying? If no woman should be just somebody's girlfriend, especially over 5, 10 years. What are we doing here? I wouldn't allow that for my daughters if I could help it. Right, okay, 2 years max for you. I understand that. But I never understood the concept of being somebody's girlfriend for 8, 9, 10 years with no actual marriage. To me, that's just a setup for failure. It's no reason why, y'all ain't married by then. Either it's not important to you or it's not really that important to the other person. And us as guys, sometimes we will get comfortable. And in certain situations, it's okay for a woman to be like, hey, put the press on the dude. Hey, look, we've been together for such and such amount of years. What are you trying to do with me? As a father, if my daughter was in those situations, I'm pressing the boyfriend like, hey, it's been 3 years. What you plan on doing with my daughter? It's been 4 years. What you plan on doing with my daughter? You're not finna waste her youth. You're not finna waste her time. Because I know a lot of women hate to hear it, but it's a lot of value in a woman's youth. You have, y'all value is in y'all youth. And if you let some knucklehead waste your 20s and 30s, you that's his girlfriend, he never gave you the ultimate commitment, then you really wasting your time. He's wasting your time. Because at the end of the day, as a man, what we understand is we control access to marriage. We the ones that got to get down on one knee and ask the woman to marry us. Most women are getting down on one knee and asking a man to marry her. So now she's in a relationship with a dude from 20 to 30. It don't work. Now she back out there in the dating market. And if she got kids, now she got to bring them kids along. And so now the next guy got to get the 30-year-old version of you with kids. And now if you want to get married, you're asking him to pay an even higher price than the first dude you was with from, 20 to 30. Now he got to come with more because now you like, I wasted 10 years with old boy. You got to come correct. You're going to have to do all the whatever that old boy didn't do. So now next thing you know, you asking more from the second person than you did from the first person. So as you get older and older, you asking for more and more and more and more and more. So every dude that you date, every relationship that you date that don't work out, the next dude got to do more. The next dude. So now you stacking this from 18 all the way up to whatever age. So now let's say you 40 years old and your list, and come on, we got to be honest. A lot of people's lists, especially women, a lot of y'all ladies' lists, once y'all get 40, is astronomical. And it's because of all the baggage, in my opinion, that's been accumulated over those 20 years with all the guys you've been in and out of relationships. So now you meet the guy that you want to marry. And like I said earlier, he's going to ask you, what do you bring to the table? Y'all know y'all hate that question. Y'all know. Y'all hate that question. What do you bring to the table? Y'all know y'all hate that question. That's like kryptonite. But it's legitimate. And the reason why it's legitimate is when you meet the man you want, you can obviously see the value he has. But now he's like, what value do you bring to me? Outside of your booty, outside of your looks, what else do you bring? And if we just going to be honest, most women aren't going to answer that question. They would tell you, I'm not here to compete. I'm not here to stroke your ego. I'm not here to prove anything to you. That's a lot of time what the logic is as a woman get older. So when it's like that, it's a lot harder to get married. But what you can, when you are just good at being single, when you are good with just dating, you don't have to worry about really proving your value to somebody because y'all not connected for real. Why didn't you match with any of the ladies on the show? Did you really go on there looking for love? Oh yeah, for sure. I went on there looking for love. But it was no love to be found. And I would say, if you look at the whole show, nobody matched with anybody. Nobody matched. So, there was a lineup of women. There was a lineup of men. Nobody matched. So would you say nobody was on there looking for love? You got to answer that question. Was nobody on there looking for love? Or was it just really a microcosm of what dating is in today's society? What happens is there's somebody for everybody, right? And I'm pretty sure there was some guys in that lineup would have been really good for some of the ladies in that lineup. But what if the ladies didn't want the guy that was good for them? See, a lot of people, Yes, your person is out there, but you don't want that person. They're not tall enough. They're not dark enough. They're not light enough. They don't make enough money. They sex game ain't hitting right. We got so many barriers that the person that's there for it, that would be for you, you don't want that person. And then you get mad when the person you do want don't want you. And that's what's wrong with the dating game right now. People want what don't want them. Just watch your interview on MTR. My brother, you did the right thing. I did what was right for me, But, see, a lot of these women overvalue themselves. Yeah, a lot of people do overvalue themselves. A lot of people do overvalue themselves. A lot of people undervalue themselves. Now, this is coming from a man's perspective that may not be popular. But I feel like a lot of men undervalue themselves. A lot of men put up with relationships and marry women that they know aren't good for them. A lot of men actually lower their self-value and their self-worth to take anything. It's a lot of men also, and nobody really like talking about it, but it's a lot of men that are in abusive relationships. Verbally, emotionally. If you in a relationship, if you married and your wife not giving you sex and you doing everything you supposed to do, in my opinion, that's abuse. But that's just my opinion. So a lot of men actually need to up their standards, understand their self-value and their self-worth. I feel like really men don't value themselves enough. A lot of times we'll take anything. Ooh, man, she look good. She got a fat ass on her. We don't know nothing else. But she got a fat ass and she cute. Then we end up with a monster or somebody crazy. And then when a lot of guys go to get help, man, you just got to make it work. Man, you got to stand in there. You got to be a man. If you ever notice, a lot of times women will tell other women, hey, girl, you need to leave him. But for men, we told to stay there. You know what I'm saying? So, if anything, men don't value themselves enough. And a lot of men, and the men that do value themselves, the men that do got standards, of course, they sassy. If you a man that value yourself, that have a certain level of standards, you sassy. That's just where we at with it. If a man say, nah, you don't qualify, nah, I'm cool on you. Now, all of a sudden, he's sassy. Oh, he negative. He don't like women. No, I might just not like you. Absolutely true. A scarcity mindset will have you putting up with unappreciative women. Yeah. And that's the thing, like, at some point as a man, you have to have a certain level of confidence in yourself. You have to value your own self-worth. You have to love yourself. Nobody can even really love you properly until you love you properly. And a lot of us men aren't taught even how to love ourselves. A lot of men, we feel like we don't have value until other people give us value. And what I mean by that is that our self-worth comes from our self-work. The amount of work we do for other people give us value. When honestly, we should get on our purpose. We should figure out what our purpose is. We should figure out what our goals are. And we get on our purpose. And we try to achieve our goals. And for some of us, men and women alike, marriage is a goal. And if marriage is a goal, then you start working on that as an adult. And that's something that you should, strive to achieve. And I just, let me see what this say. Would you have preferred a younger selection of females on that show? Yeah, I think it could have been younger females in that selection, for sure. But then now as a reflection of how life works, yes, it should have been some younger females on that panel. You know, if we're just going to be honest, a lot of older guys do date younger women, somewhere around 10, 11 years younger than them. If a dude is 45, when he's looking for marriage, he probably will get somebody that's 35, 45 and 35. You know what I'm saying? 50 and 40. That's kind of how it works. So, you know, most men, especially successful men, if we just really look at it, just take a hard look at it. How many successful men that's in their 40s and up marry women in that same age group? Most of them don't. Most men do not. Once a man gets to a certain level of success, once he get older, he do not normally marry a woman in his same age group. It don't happen like that normally. Because the number one member of the team, I don't know what that means. But yeah, so why is that? So the reason why a lot of times older men marry younger women, for one, a woman's value is in her youth. Most men want a youthful woman, a vibrant woman. And in some cases, not all, but in some cases, when a woman is younger, you know what I'm saying? She's easier to communicate with. She's more anxious to work with you, not against you. She'll actually be a good teammate. You know, so when you get a certain age, you don't want a woman that's working against you. You don't want a woman you got to compete with. So yeah, you'll get a younger woman because she's more out to work with you. She's more out to listen to your leadership, and she's more appreciative. It's nothing like doing something for a chick that she's never had done before. And what I mean is like, hey babe, you know what? I'm going to take you to somewhere, wherever. Oh wow, babe, I ain't never been before. Or, I'm going to do something for you that nobody else done for you. And the look that a woman gets on her face when you do something for her that nobody else done before, that's priceless. When you can. And it is something about when you be like, yeah, babe, let's go to Hawaii. Oh yeah, I've been there before. Yeah, I've been there a few times. You be like, dang, I can't really show her nothing. I can't really impress her like that. I can't. The wow factor is gone. She done been there and done that. She done everything. The wow factor is gone. So a lot of times it's just like, I want to feel like if I work hard and I'm providing for you and we together, that I can be the man of your dreams. And I just feel like, honestly, if a woman never been married before, it's just going to be hard for her to do later in life. And so that's why I said what I said. I don't really have a big social media following. So I guess I should have known that I wasn't going to get a lot of people on this live to really have a conversation with me that I wanted to have. But hopefully I've said enough, or I've said some things that people can relate to, or people can understand. I do know that the lie travels further and longer than the truth. So people are going to have certain opinions about me. They're going to say I went on there to humble somebody. They're going to say I went on that show to clout chase. They're going to say all these negative and nasty things about me, but they're not going to come on the live. They're not going to have that conversation with me. And it's just not true. I'm actually a good guy, hardworking guy, take care of my family. Really going on Pop the Balloon was really me just kind of like doing something different. Because really, I'm more of an introverted person by nature. Anybody know me know that I kind of stick to myself. I kind of do my own thing. I'm not one of them rah-rah out people going wild, going crazy. I'll turn up every now and then. But for the most part, I kind of stepped out of my comfort zone. Yeah, my kids are grown. I stepped out of my comfort zone to do that show. And it was just like to just really get another experience, as well as just to see what happens. And now it's turned into really a disaster. Going on that show really turned into a disaster and turned into something that I never wanted. I'm here from people Pop the Balloon. You won't hear from a lot of people from Pop the Balloon. And there's reasons why. But you won't really hear much from people from Pop the Balloon. And there's reasons why, but I can't really say why. But my thing is I had to really get out ahead of this. I wanted, for the people to hear it from me. Now, I know the millions of people that shared it, the millions of people that comment, they probably won't even hear this. And even if they heard it, they probably wouldn't care. But I'm just doing my part. So, you had to hear this. Okay, Belly, I hope you enjoyed what you heard. I hope it gave you a little bit more context of why I said what I said. Would I go back on the show if they paid me? If they paid me to go back out to Phoenix and film again, to subject myself to this level of scrutiny, this level of hate, this level of dysfunction, they'll have to pay me. Because what happens if I go back on there again and a woman wants me and I don't want her? And I say, well, I don't think you're cute enough. You're not really my type. Now, now it's going to be like, he just hate all women. If I just tell two women, they not my type, I hate all women. So that's what the conversation would be. Even if I was to go back on that show and I don't match, or a woman find me attractive and I don't match with her, now is he hate all women? See, we knew he wasn't ish. And now the hate train starts all over again. You have standards. You shouldn't be bashed for that. That's a fact. But as we see, when a black man have standards, that make him sassy. That makes him a terrible guy. Men are not supposed to have standards. Maybe don't say you're not cute enough. Well, they're going to ask. They're going to say, why isn't she a match? People hate hearing, I just don't like their energy. Because most people know what's meant by, we don't like their energy. Really, you saying you're not attracted to that person. And so they're going to ask you, like, and you got to keep it 100. You just not feeling that person. And as a dude, once you tell a woman, you don't qualify, you not for me, you the worst dude in the world. And I've I did a review on my TikTok, the cool reviews. I'm on TikTok and YouTube. The cool reviews on TikTok and YouTube. And I did a review of the Pop the Balloon show where the woman told that dude in his face, your outfit looks gay. She told that dude, you look gay. She told him he looked gay. Where was the outrage? I did a whole TikTok review of that episode where she told that guy he looked gay. There was no outrage. She wasn't demonized. She wasn't harassed, for what I know, for telling a man he looked gay. And that was negative. Where was the alphabet community to say, why would you use us as an insult? The alphabet community should have been pissed off that she told the dude he looked gay. But that didn't happen. I told the women that I'm not into light-skinned women. Honestly, was that right of me? Should I have been able to say I don't like light-skinned women for real? Because honestly, light-skinned people got feelings. Light-skinned people got emotions. And you can't control your skin tone. You can't control your height. So even saying that I'm not into light-skinned women, honestly, that could have been looked at negatively. And if it would have been, I would have been totally cool with it. And they would have had a right to be mad. Because light-skinned people do have feelings and emotions, and they deserve love too. And in the black community, we got to get away from reverse colorism. I think that's something in the black community we do have to get away from, is that reverse colorism. It should not be accepted for anybody to say, I don't date light-skinned men, or I don't date light-skinned women. That ain't right either. Because they have emotions, they have feelings, and they deserve love as well. So if there's anything that I do regret or I would take back, it's saying that I don't date light-skinned women, because they can't control that. And, light-skinned people are good people too. So if I would have went out, what did that say? I don't agree with anyone saying to someone they are not cute enough, male or female. Well, I mean, everybody ain't cute. And women been telling men forever they don't look good enough. That it is what it is. Women for sure have been telling men forever, you don't meet my standards. We really can't play that game. What age range would you date? Everyone there was 40 and up. I have a pretty broad age range. I have a broad age range. And the thing about age is, it's on a sliding scale. It's on a sliding scale. Because I'm not saying that I wouldn't date a woman 40 and up. But if she's 40 and up, she needs to have at least been married. She at least needs to have that experience of marriage. If we are dating for marriage, if she's 35 and up, she needs to have been at least married once. Unless she got a real good story of why she never got married, and especially at 40. So if a woman is over 40 and she ain't never been married, I ain't taking her serious for marriage. I'm just going to be honest. So age is a sliding scale. I think we all, we go out now, right? I'm 35, divorced Navy vet with 2 children. Okay, your children came from marriage. I would think. You're 35. It might be kind of hard, but I'm not saying it's impossible. Hopefully, if you're a Navy vet, you're getting your 100% disability. Hopefully, you're getting some type of compensation for the time you was in the military. And so, what you're gonna have to do, you're 35 with 2 kids. You're gonna have to show that man that you want how you can be an asset to him. And to me, your marriage experience has value. And if you got good kids, the father is a good father, then it possibly could work. But then how you look, are you attractive? You know what I'm saying? Is your personality sweet? 35, 2 kids. If you attractive, you got a good personality, you willing to prove to a man that you could be a good wife because you've been a wife before, it might work for you. So it just, it just depends. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I'm glad, y'all listen to the other interview. But I just felt like I had to really just get my voice out there. I couldn't wait no more days of reading these comments, seeing these videos, and they're supposed to sit quiet and let people bash me, let people drag my name through the mud, and I'm just supposed to sit back and take it. Nah, those days over with. Take it like a man. Nah, that suffering in silence, that stuff is over with. You're not just gonna create narratives about me, talk crazy about me, and think I'm just supposed to sit back and be quiet and take it. Nah. Not when I know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Not when I have the ability to get my voice out there. So I got a few more minutes on. It look like nobody want to come up and talk, which that's fine. I just read the comments. But, my thing, fellas, is my sweater real? Yeah, my sweater's real. What you mean? I agree. I don't date men without children, and I prefer them divorced or widowed. More relatable. Okay. Understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that don't have nothing to do with the conversation. If you don't think my sweater real, that's fine. That's your opinion. That's cool. We had too many good men, grandfathers and fathers alike, that had a lot of pain. Yeah, we did. Hold on 1 second. TikTok tripping. Okay, there we go. But the thing about it is, they fought through the pain, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong because I try to be as balanced as possible. I really try to be as balanced as possible when it comes to men and women. So back in the day, grandmama and granddaddy may have been dealing with some pain together. But that's the thing about being married. Both of y'all gonna deal with things. And y'all gonna work together. Y'all gonna grow together. Every night ain't gonna be a great night. But when you married, that option of just running and leaving, it's a little bit harder to do. So yeah, granddaddy and whoever, they may have went through some things, but a lot of times they worked it out. They got through it. And that's what marriage is about, working through the hard times. And what you want is to have more good times than bad times. Because marriage is two individuals coming together as one. It ain't about me, my, and I. When you get married, it is not about me, my, and I. It's about us. What is this right here? Hold on. Somebody wanted, oh, there you go. I think I accepted, I don't know. Uh, hey, what's going on, brother?
Yo, what's going on, brother Vet? I think this is Instagram.
Okay, yeah. So you over there drinking your orange juice?
Yeah, having a little nightcap, Saturday, waste the weekend off from work. But so I had two things, right? I
Okay.
watched your full interview with MTR, bro. Like I said in the comments, I really appreciated that. The transparency, the honesty about what worked, what didn't work. And as a man, I was married for 8 years myself with four beautiful kids with my ex-wife.
Okay.
I could say my virtue was kind of different from yours. Like I would say what my shit fucked up at, part of my language, was when I did both. Like I was like the super good father, super good husband. I work 16-hour days, bro, and come home and cook and clean and wash dishes, help put the kids in the bed, pray with them before they go to sleep, and all those type of things. And I just realized one thing we forget too, telling the young brothers that sometimes it might not be you. You might be with a selfish female. I don't like in the modern times, women have a lot of good men, and they get bored with the man. We just fell apart. They make excuses to leave a whole family. You know.
Yeah, yeah, and unfortunately, that do happen, and that's why in a lot of cases, the all you can do is leave. You've done the counseling, you've done the work, you've tried to fight for your marriage, and yes, that's when you do have to leave. And some people don't understand. For a lot of guys, when you get divorced, you already know you're taking the L. You know, and a lot of times it's not even that it's all emotional. I mean, financially, it's emotionally. You know, but a lot of people aren't used to hearing men talk about what we lose in divorce. You know,
Right.
and so you did what you had to do.
And you know what they don't think about too? They always think women just got emotions. We don't feel them. We don't feel at all, which is a complete lie. As a man being married, I can tell you sometimes I miss, being in bed with my wife, with my kids, watching TV, doing family stuff together. We hurt too. And but they don't realize that we have emotional intelligence enough to know that we're not gonna be happy every single day. It's not gonna be roses and gumdrops every single day. We might not have the money to go out every night or Friday nights. We might have to get a babysitter or something like that. But we're willing to stick things out because we know the importance of family and having both parents in the home.
Yeah, no doubt. You totally right. And it's wouldn't you say it's a different type of bond when you marry versus just being in a relationship? You just somebody. It's just a different bond saying that's my wife, other than that's my girl. It's just a different type of bond, and I think what a lot of people aren't used to hearing is men speaking on their emotions. And honestly, I think over the last 5 years or so, it's been such a shock to a lot of women that they don't know how to take in what we're saying, and a lot of times don't want to believe it.
You know what? I don't think it's so much a culture shock. I think they know because I think they heard their man saying what we're saying up here right now. Like, yo, I feel like you're not giving me enough love. You're not being attentive because it's not always us as men. The people don't realize, like, in the new age society right now, we got a lot of women that's masculine as hell. Like, she might not want to hug you. She might not want to sleep in bed with you tonight. It might not even be you. That's what I'm saying. Like, they always look at it from a selfish perspective. Like, no matter what happens and things don't go right, it's always our fault. And I just want to, we got to do better as men, as like killing that whole narrative because it's not always us. A lot of times men don't cheat. A lot of times men ain't, we are tender. We are rubbing feet and lighting candles and rubbing backs and all that. It just don't work out because a lot of them are in a childlike state where they're not in a dopamine hit every single second. They don't want to be there.
So, how long have you been single, or how long have you been divorced?
We've probably been divorced since like 2019. I'd say like 20. Well, not official yet, because it's not like it's like we had a domestic partnership. I mean, we went to court and filed paperwork, but it's not the exact same thing as an actual full marriage. But the same thing still happened. But so I just gotta go and put the paperwork in. But technically, when she left me, we've been disembarked for the past 5 years. So, but on paper, we still, on paper.
Okay, so do you see yourself remarrying again? And what did you learn from your first marriage that you would do different in your second marriage?
Okay, so to answer your first question is no. I probably will never get married again, ever again. And the second part question is what I noticed in my first marriage, I was killing myself, you know, spreading myself thin to make her and the kids happy, and I was sacrificing my own happiness. So, going forward in my next long-term partnership with a woman, I would like for her to like put in the same effort that I'm putting in. Cause I know you know what I'm talking about. We sometimes we die a little bit on the inside. Coming home at night from a long day of work,
Yeah,
you don't give you no kiss, no hug, no nothing. You're like, damn, like I did all this work. I got the lights on, the TV on, the house bills is paid. I don't even get no love. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I
yeah,
I got a homeboy, and we used to talk about this all the time. You ever go to the grocery store or you go to the mall and you'll see the dude walking with his wife, and you can look in his eyes and you can tell he dead inside. Like he just you can just look in the dude's eyes and see that there's nothing there. He's in a marriage that he know he's stuck. And a lot of times
right,
it's cheaper to keep her.
right,
A lot of times it's cheaper to keep her. And I know I've seen it where the dude just like, bro, I can't leave. Nothing I can do. I'm stuck here. And
right,
so I guess like you're gonna learn how to be good at being divorced. Like people good at being single, you're gonna learn how to be good at being divorced. And
right,
I would just say if you don't plan on getting married again, make sure that when you do start dating or whatever, that those women know, like, you know, get a woman that's good at being single. And she probably ain't looking for marriage either. And then it'll
right,
work.
right. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. I
No
ain't gonna hold
problem,
up
man.
your I ain't gonna hold your stream too long, bro. Have a great stream, bro. Stay blessed. Keep doing your thing, bro. Great interview with MTR, by the way. Great interview, bro. Have a good one.
All right, salute.
Salute, salute.
All right, all right. Let's see. Anybody else want to come up? And I like talking to brothers, and chopping it up. Man, 'cause I think that's one thing us as men got to do. We got to start sharing our stories because I think a lot of women don't believe us when we say we go through certain things. Uh, men go through heartbreak, you know, and rejection. That's just a part of being a man. We gonna be rejected. I done I done been rejected so many times. It ain't nothing. Like a chick tell me no, I be like, okay. You know, but do I got like a little bit of chip on my shoulder? I got a little chip on my shoulder. And really that come from rejection. A lot of rejection. But at the same time, rejection a lot of time make you work harder, grind harder, build yourself up, do what you gotta do to make those no's turn to yeses. You know, whatever you gotta do. Get on your grind, get on your purpose. A woman, see a lot of time us dudes, our our goal is to get a woman. A woman shouldn't be your goal. You should get on your purpose. You know what I'm saying? You should figure out what you want to do in life. And a woman is a byproduct of your success. Some comments in this live were filtered out to protect the community experience. Rejection is redirection. Okay, I can understand that. I didn't tell them to filter out the comments. I actually wanted to read the comments. But if people are if y'all are on TikTok putting in negative comments instead of coming on stage, that's being a coward to me. Don't leave a negative comment. Come on stage and we can talk about it. Don't leave no negative comments because to me that's being a coward. Whatever you got to say, you can jump on here and say it. That's why I'm here. You know, so for sure, Come up here and say what you gotta say. Don't leave nothing negative in the comments. Come up here and say it. That's what I don't like about social media and the internet. People real tough in the comments, but won't have a conversation. We still can't touch each other. I can't put hands on you. You can't put hands on me, but we can have a conversation. So it's no need to leave negative comments when you can just come up here and tell me. But let's see. I gotta eat dinner. Shoot, I'm out here in Houston. I want to have a good time. So, any last comments? Anybody want to come up? Uh, hey, TikTok, y'all hit this thing. Give me some likes. Give me some hearts over here on TikTok. Hit your boy with some hearts. You know what I'm saying? Let me know you listening. Let me know, you understanding what I'm saying. So, like I said, and I reiterate once again, I never meant anything malicious. I didn't go on the show for clout. I didn't go on the show to use that young lady for a viral moment. Uh, you know, people were saying whatever, but I wasn't using her for a viral moment. I didn't go on the show for a viral moment. But unfortunately, that's what happened. Am I sure? If you want to come up and ask me and talk to me about it, you can. You know. Uh, but yeah, I didn't go up there for a viral moment or clout chasing. I think you carried yourself well. Thank you. I think I carried myself well too. Uh, I don't think I did anything out of line, except saying I don't date light skinned women. Because them light skinned girls got feelings and got emotions, and I don't think that should be acceptable. And that's something that we got to stop doing. If I could take anything back, I would not have said I don't date light skinned women. I do think that was kind of wrong. Just like, uh, if a woman says she don't date short men, you can't really control your skin tone. You can't really control your height. Uh, uh, if you don't think I carry myself well, you can come on stage and we can talk about it. I was told by a man he's into light skinned women before. Everyone has a preference. Everyone do have a preference, but it's just in the black community. Just think if I would have walked out on stage and said I don't date dark skinned women. Just think. Just imagine what would have happened if I said I don't date dark skinned women. It would have been over for me. It's high key color. It's reverse colorism. It's reversed and it's allowed and accepted. I think what you said to the young lady at the end was unnecessary and rude. It wasn't unnecessary and rude at all. Some people are happy being single. I haven't met a woman yet that say she hates being single. From what I hear, women love being single. They go on girl trips together. They got their own house, their own car. They Independent. Do you know what that means? She got her own house. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Uh, and she happy being single. So if I say you're good at being single, you should stay single. How is that rude? When most of y'all women brag about being single, brag about doing your own thing, brag about having all your own stuff. That means you're good at being single. Clearly, she wasn't happy being single. She was there to mingle. Listen, that's why some people are good at just dating, not being married. You Dating and marriage is two different things. There are some women that are really good at dating. They make the best girlfriends, but they wouldn't make good wives. Those are the women, that's the rich auntie. That's what they call them, even though they don't be rich for real. But it's the auntie that always keep a boyfriend for about 2 or 3 years and she get another one. keep a boyfriend for 2 or 3 years and get another one. She never get married though, but she always keep a boyfriend. Those are the women that's good at being single. Uh, okay. What do you consider a good wife? So, a good wife, I just, in short, a good wife is a woman that provides everything for a man that money can't buy. What can you do for that man that that he can't pay for? It, it's it's the little like we always hear that women are nurturing, but are you really nurturing? You know, uh, so you have to figure out like as a man we know what we have to do to be a husband. We know that no matter what, if something bad happen, we gotta answer the call. We know that off top. If the lights get cut off, it's on us. If there's danger, it's on us. The bills don't get paid, it's on us. Even if she make more money than us, the bills are still on us in a lot of ways. But to be a good wife, it's really it's the things that money can't buy. A good wife knows her man so much that she know him almost. You'll hear married couples, you'll hear a real wife say, I know him better than he know himself. A real wife will be like, she know exactly, he don't even have to say nothing. She know exactly what to do. And that's what a real wife is. A real wife knows what to do to keep her husband happy. You know, uh, the dude asked on the show, what would you do to keep your man safe? What would you do to keep your man safe? A real wife know that answer. But for a lot of people, it went over their head. But a real wife know how to keep her man safe. Women study the man they like or love. Yes, women for sure study the man they like and they love. They they gonna learn everything about him. You, you know, and I really believe it's not hard to learn us. When a man is really into you, he's gonna show you him, and it's up to you to learn him. You know, so a good wife is just a woman that understands her man, that wants to learn her man, that wants to serve her man. You want me to provide? Can you serve? Because you do it for your boss at work. You a lot of time, women will give their boss at work 150% and then come home and give their husband nothing. You know, and a lot of us men, we see that. Your boss tell you, you better be here at a certain time, you're going to be there. Your boss tell you, you can't take off work, you ain't going to take off work. Your boss at work have a dress code, you're going to go by that dress code. Your boss at work, if your boss at work got more power over you than your husband, then you ain't a good wife. If your boss at work got more power over you than your husband, you're not a good wife. Point blank period. And 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 so like that's what a good wife is. Or the pastor. You right. I love your wife's talking about she love the pastor more than she talk about how much she love you. She taking y'all bill money to the pastor. Pastor need that. Pastor need this. Dang, baby, what about what I need? You know, when your wife is too in tune with the pastor, where he got control over what going on over in y'all house, nah, that's not a good wife. God is in control, not the pastor. If the pastor is going against what the husband is saying, then that's not a good look. The pastor shouldn't be going against what the husband is saying. The boss at work should not have the boss at work or the pastor should not have total control over your wife to where your wife disrespect you, you know what I'm saying, to follow the pastor or the job. If your boss can tell you what to wear, I should be able to tell you what to wear. If your boss can tell you what time you need to be at such and such place, I should be able to as well. Or we don't need to be married. If your boss and your pastor or other men uh have control over your wife, then she's not a good wife. Why did you do that girl like that? I didn't do her like nothing. I told her how I felt. And I even put a little comedy on it. I don't think I did anything wrong to her. Some people are just good at being single. Uh, some people are happier single. And so, what's the problem? If if I told a woman that she was less valuable or she was less of a woman because she was single, I would be looked at as the bad guy. If I told a woman you don't have no value because you're single, I'll be the bad guy. But if I say you enjoy being single, you're good at being single, that's what you've always done, and now I'm the bad guy, it's a lose-lose. Did you feel like women who have kids aren't desiring of love? Okay, I'm glad you asked that. Is it okay, cool. I forgot about that aspect. Uh Big bro, respectfully, what beard dye did you use? It's clean. Actually I use dark and lovely beard dye that the women use. I don't use the men beard dye. I use the women's dark and lovely. Actually I use women's shaving cream too. It just seemed to be more smooth. But yeah, I use that I think it's dark and lovely with no I forgot what it is. But yeah, I use dark and lovely the women's. That's the type of dye I use. Okay, let's get to the kid thing. It's not that she had kids. Nah, that's not it. It's just the amount of time that you've never been married. I just don't feel like you can take marriage serious later in life. If and if a woman has one kid, two kids in a marriage, it's also it's a different look as well. You know, so if a woman say, "Yeah, I was married for 15 years, I got two kids," oh, okay, that's what's up. You attempted to do things the right way, it just didn't work, and you've shown that you can take leadership from your husband. You know, it's just about showing that you're able to be up under a man's leadership, and that's what marriage is. It ain't had nothing to do with her having a kid. But I do think it's quite ironic that I've saw many of people on these shows where the women say they don't want men with kids, and there's no backlash. When a woman says she don't want a man with kids, there's no backlash. Can y'all explain that? Why can't a woman tell a man he's too short? Why can't a woman say a man's a brokey? Why can't a woman tell a man he don't measure up? She know her standards, she know her worth, and she refused to settle. Why can't a woman do that, but a man can't? I no longer consider myself single. I'd rather say I'm unmarried. Okay, that's what's up. But can any women, since I did her wrong, I would like for somebody to tell me, why can women reject men for hundreds of things? We've saw the movies. We've heard the songs. We've lived it. I've never seen a woman go viral yet for telling a man that he don't qualify for whatever reason. But when a man tell a woman she don't qualify, it's all hell on earth. Why is that? I want somebody to come on stage and answer the question of why is it okay for a woman to tell a man you look gay? It was on one of the episodes the chick told that dude he looked gay because of his outfit. I didn't see no outrage. So why is it that if I'd have told one of them women they look gay, I'd have had the alphabet community after me. I'd have had all kind of hate on all different levels. So why is it when a man say you don't qualify for whatever reason, he the bad guy? If somebody want to come up and answer me that, please do. You know, cause
Hey, how you doing, brother?
hey, what's going on?
I can't call it. I can't call it. Yo, I seen you on the balloon pop challenge show. Look at here, brother. Much respect. Okay, and real talk. I'm gonna tell you from a logical standpoint. Here's the thing about it. You need to have standards. Okay, that's the problem. A lot of our men in our community, we don't have standards, and the women take it and run with it because the women have extra high standards that they don't even meet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I noticed when you spoke your piece on there, the host was like, how can he say that? She was low key, that's how she was. But if it had been the women standard, her whole disposition would have been different. We need men, not simps in our community. And that's the problem. Not only do we not hold them accountable, but we don't have standards no more just for a little kitty. When if we had the standards, kitty would come easily. You wouldn't have to simp for it. So, much respect, brother. Much respect.
No problem. And yes, I think for the most part, men have always had a certain level of standards. The thing is, what we do a lot of times is we'll deal with women that we know are beneath our standards until we get the woman that do meet our standards. So what happens is you'll hear a lot of women say, I deal with six-figure men. I deal with men and such. Those men know good and well that's not their wife to be, but they'll deal with them until they're ready for the woman they want to be with. And so, in a way, that helps create delusional women because
It does.
so that's the issue that we have as well, where dudes on a certain level will sleep with women that they know that they not really into like that. So it gives them like a false reality or a false hope. Uh, One thing too is men, yes, we need to value ourselves more. I think the problem is women aren't used to hearing men uh verbalizing how we actually feel. Because barbershop talk is now online. And so women aren't used to hearing men really have real conversations. And so now that we've taking it out of the barbershop and it's online, now it's, oh my, you mean y'all don't like certain types of women, or you got certain type of preferences? How many times have you heard a woman say a man will stick his meat in anything?
Yep. Yep. You're right. And then again, like you say, at this point right here, it's you want to say it's delusional women, but it's not. They're psyching themselves because we men, the consumers, we can sit there and tell these women, yo, look at here, we like natural hair. Yo, look at here, I don't want to tell a kid or two. We can sit there and tell these women exactly what you just said. Yo, look, just because this man's sleeping with you, trust me, he just needs something to get by for the moment. You are not it. We can tell them that as the men who some of us may do it and they will still argue us, the consumers, the men who are telling them about men to a key about this. Brother, you right.
And instead of women getting mad, they really should just take notes. Just like us men, we grow up taking notes. We grow up hearing no woman want a sorry man. No woman want a liar. No woman want this. But who's telling the women what men actually want? And I think that's the problem. Nobody is telling these women how to please a man, how to keep a man, what a man desires. So a lot of these women grow up thinking all they got to offer is booty. And I'll tell anybody, you can go to any car lot. Every car is going to come with a set of tires. Just like every woman is going to come with some booty, with some coochie. Every woman got a coochie. But it's what's around it that gives it its value. Not just the tires, not just your coochie. Every woman got a coochie. But it's what's around it. The love, the care, the time put into it to make it into something valuable. That's what counts.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, a lot of women think, shoot, I got some good cat. I got 12 kids. Shoot, this coochie good. That don't make you a wife.
Don't even get me started, because let's keep it real. How many of us gonna tell them your kid ain't good and we know we want to get back in it? You know what I'm saying? But you can't explain that shit to them. Yo, real talk, man.
Man,
talk.
and you know, it's that, okay, why did you wait till the end? It's not that I waited to the end. It just, when it happened, I'm telling you, that show, man, it's like, it happens like that. Some people was like, why was you breathing so hard? Yo, look, you be nervous out there. You be nervous out there. So it's really nerves. And a lot of times you just being spontaneous. So it's not like I waited to the end. That's just when it happened. I asked the questions. And that's just how it happened. I didn't wait to the end. I will tell y'all that show is not scripted whatsoever. So, and from what I know, from what I've seen, for me, they didn't edit nothing out. It's straight 100. So it just how it happened. The price is real low right now, and so sad. Overall, I think it's a good show. Yeah, it's a good show. And what that show shows is what people are dealing with in a dating market. And a lot of times people, they don't want to see it, because if you don't see it, you can deny it. So what that show shows is the people that want you don't want them. And the people you want don't want you. So what are you going to do about it? You going to complain? Or you going to fix it? You know? Or are you going to change some things up? Something. It's not, compromising don't mean lowering your standards. You know, one thing I learned when I first got divorced is everybody's chasing somebody that's chasing somebody that's chasing somebody. And what I mean is, you chasing him, he's chasing her, and she's chasing him, and he's chasing her. And they all just running, they all dealing with each other, but they all chasing the next best person.
Hey, your reviews. If you don't mind, I want to reply to somebody that asked why was you breathing like that. Do you mind?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it respectfully.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. See, let me explain this real quick. And like I said, I ain't trying to comment nobody, but this is what I hate when we address these questions to me. Do understand, as a man, regardless of what your status is, you always have the burden of performance. Okay? Women don't have that burden. Seriously, think about some of the guys that go on these shows, no matter how they look, how much money they make, okay, how they approach the women with respect. These women, most of the time, they find the most nitpickiest thing. Either they're like piranhas on that man. I don't care in what area of life. As a man, the burden of performance is on you, okay? Even during sex. When you having sex with this woman, please don't get it twisted. It's for both of your pleasure, okay? Both of your enjoyment. But that man has to make sure job done. Okay? If that woman don't get the job done, then that's just that. Which 9 out of 10, it's still on us to get ourselves done. But as a man in this world, the burden of performance is always 3 times higher for the man. I don't care who you are, how you think you look, or what your status is. Hey, I land my plane, brother.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Hey, I'm gonna drop so I can give you some likes. I subscribe to your YouTube page as well.
I appreciate it. Yeah, and I also worked out before I went on there. Like I worked out, got a good workout in before I went on. Cause that's kind of like my meditation. So I worked out before I went on. That was like my meditation. But let's answer a couple of more comments. I gotta get out for. I want to go have some fun. What did I say? On the show, when you think about it, the selection of men isn't the big even across the 50 states. Oh, okay. The selection of men aren't that big. I don't really know how many people apply for that show, but probably a lot. So I'm pretty sure they probably had a big selection, and they just chose who they chose to be on there. But with that being said, I've been out here long enough. I might come on live in a couple of days, but I'm in Houston. I want to have a good time, so I'm gonna upload some content from out here. But I appreciate everybody who came on the live. I appreciate all the feedback. Y'all make sure y'all follow me on YouTube, the Cool Reviews, and I'm out.